Alright, so we got a grand trine in the motherfucking sky. So when you have a grand trine in the sky, this is grand support, grand trust, grand motivation, grand success. So of course, if you have a grand trine in the sky, and this is pertaining to your water, your feelings, the way you utilize your instinct natures, you basically need to take action towards these perspectives. Feel me? Because there's a lot of energy in the sky that's going to be working in your favor. Also, we still got the sun square moon. That means you got to work a little bit extra hard to basically achieve what you're trying to manifest into this motherfucking world. And of course, we always manifest, but we could be manifesting in areas where we shouldn't be basically wasting or establishing our emotional time into. That goes to show that with this transit, you're going to have justice when it comes to your emotional balance. So now justice is key. So of course, you're going to see your fruits and intuitions go persuade, and of course persuade in the positive spectrum if you're planting right seeds. Now if you're planting bad seeds and going around basically telling people your business and shit, then you're fucking up with this moon and Scorpio grand trine. Grand trine with the feelings and emotions mean you need to separate, retreat. That's why water signs like to separate and get away from people, because of course they go and learn through experiences when they go within. So we're gonna run this down. We're going to basically see what's going on with the zodiacs and how these energies are going to basically be played out throughout your zodiac sign. Now, everybody's not going to basically be able to go with these energies. Some people are going to get washed up. Some people are going to go well. Some people are going to basically fall short. But at the end of the day, every day is a challenge. And of course, you got to keep picking your ass back up and making sure you're putting on the right heels, putting on the right shoes, putting on the right frame, and of course, having the right status, the right perspective, and the right analogies to basically keep pushing forward. So it's truly important to basically know what you're getting yourself into on a day-to-day basis. Because of course, teamwork makes the dream work. And of course, your spirit, your soul, and your vessel is the three that you need to intellect with. And of course, three creates experiences. So these experiences that you're basically going through on a day-to-day basis, you need to take heed to these things. And of course, keep your notepad and understand that the experiences that you are experiencing is a sit back and experience positioning. Now, the things that you didn't basically appreciate, you have your notebook. So the things that you see on that paper, you will know what to do on how to retreat these out of your instincts. So let's get into it real fast. So if you have Scorpio in the first house, you're going to have grand support luck to plant seeds when it comes to your personality. So you're going to be going through a lot of power and control circumstances and situations when it comes to your personality. Now, understand that the seeds that you are going to be receiving are going to come unplanted. So that means you're going to have the seed, the idea, the feeling, the emotion to plant the right seed when it comes to your personalities, to personal affairs, and of course, who you personally relate to. So don't put yourself in a pro bono honest scenario as in planting bad seeds, because if you plant bad seeds in this area, then that means you're going to have bad experiences when it comes to the moon being into Sagittarius. That means that your second house is going to be fucked up. So that means you don't want to have a fucked up second house. You want to have a clean second house as to where things are going to go smooth for you, because your first house is your personality. So if you can take care of your personality with these power control issues, or whoever you're personally basically invested with, or how you can basically take care of your personal perspective without having no bad, fussy, or anger and management coming into play, you'll be right. You'll be planting good seeds. Feel me? Understand. Sometimes you just gotta go through life without questioning or explaining things. Just learn how to just experience on how you're gonna perceive these energies to ring around the rosy. So of course, don't allow anything to basically play or take you off task when it comes to your personality. For me, you're going to be to a whole lot of in depth. You're going to go through a whole lot of personality changes when it comes to your power, your strength, your energies, your passions, your motivations, your personal interests. You're going to go through a lot of power control energy. Now you have the luck. Now you're going to have luck to plant good seeds here. Do that. Now, if you got Scorpio in the second house, when it comes to the things that you're valuing, whether it's money or person, place, or thing, you're going to experience a lot of power and conflict here, because Scorpio don't even like this fucking house. So a whole lot of jealousy can be playing out when it comes to the things that you're valuing. Somebody can be jealous of you due to your valuing something. Or you can be jealous of something because you're not basically being valued. in the way you want to be valued. So don't allow yourself to be put into negative vibrations on the time or be planting bad seeds. If it's not worth valuing, or if it's not worth having an asset or possession over, learn how to get rid of it. Feel me? As long as you can value the right ideas, the right feelings, the right emotions that you need to basically proceed to your life, you'll be alright. Feel me? As long as you're in good energies without having too much or wanting too much or needing too much, you'll be alright. But this is something you're gonna basically be going through when it comes to the things that you're valuing. Feel me? Maybe valuing too much of these things. Find equilibrium, find balance, which will be your third house. But also try to find equilibrium and balance when it comes to planting good seeds, because you're going to go through a lot of power control issues when it comes to the things that you're into or possessive over. Now, if you have Scorpio in the third house, you're going to go through a whole lot of power control issues when it comes to your surroundings, your siblings, and the way you utilize your interactions with what you're known for. See, this is a circumstance situation where you might have issues with your siblings, you might have issues with your surroundings, you might have issues interacting or connecting with people. Try not to allow these bad seeds to be planted into your perspective. Learn how to just separate. Make sure you're in the right frequency, the right vibes for everything to play out to your perspective. For me, learn how to just conversate with people, even though it could be the smallest talks. These small conversations can pretty much lead to a commitment or an establishment where you can need to have a short prep talk to be able to actually help you. But of course, you're going to go through a lot of strange scenarios and situations when it comes to power control issues with your surroundings. Feel me? You may just probably be the black sheep of your surroundings. So try not to be in that position. You'll be planting bad seeds. Also, if you got Scorpio in the ninth house, you're going to be going through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your morals, your principles, and your experiences. But you're going to have the luck. And you're going to have justice to plant good seeds here when it comes to your emotional endeavors. See, this is going to be a position in a circumstance situation that whatever you're valuing is cool and all, but try not to get, when it comes to the fourth house, you're going to go through a lot of power control issues when it comes to family, privacy, and emotions. See, this is going to be a scenario where the past experiences may block you up due to your emotional path. You probably may not feel wanted by family members, or you probably may not be in a circumstance situation of having a connection with family members. But these emotional scars pop back up. And of course, you need to learn how to transform these emotional scars. This way, your privacy and your private homes, no matter where you at or where you go, you'll be in a better predicament compared to the worst predicament of your life. Try to use your emotional core and try not to block or hide these things, because you can't hide forever. That Pluto gonna find your ass. That Scorpio gonna find your ass. For me, secrets very shallow. Also, if you got Scorpio in the fifth house, you're gonna go through a lot of power controls when it comes to being strict, when it comes to your creativity, the way you express yourself, and your day-to-day endeavors. See, this is gonna be a circumstance situation where that the way you express yourself is gonna be on a higher basis. You wanna be seen as authoritative. But if people is not picking up the slack, and if people is not basically around you to make you look good or help you play the part, you're going to have issues with these people. You may have to cut ties with these people during this time, which is going to be kind of difficult and hard, because not everybody can basically own up to your expectations. You got to understand, have a kind, pure heart during this time, playing good seeds, and you'll be alright. Also, if you got Scorpio in the sixth house, you're going to go through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your health, your work routine, and your work ethics, or the people, places, and things that you do or deal with on a day-to-day basis. So your personal routine, the things that you're basically entitled to or into, it's going to be ups and downs here. See, you got to learn how to cope with the energies of having stability, practicality, and capability. If you can do these things, everything will basically go very well, very smooth with you. Trying to self-overindulge into your perspective, and of course, take care of your health and your routine, and everything will basically be healthy and go into your favors. But of course, practice makes perfect. Work on that, you'll be alright. Ground yourself. If you got Scorpio in the seventh house, you're gonna go through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your relationships and things that matter. For me, you may cut ties when it comes to love matters. Maybe you had issues with love matters or circumstance situations that have big blockages. Try not to cut off everybody from me, because you can be basically creating your own soulmate just by using your vibrator during this time. Try not to overindulge into that shit. You'll be alright. Try to find out. Try to come out your closet. Don't be a Miss R. Kelly and shit. Also, if you got Scorpio in the 8th house, you're going to go through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your deep desires and your agendas. See, this is a circumstance situation where everything is going to go well if you can cope with these energies, because this is going to be a position where you always going to go through transformation, especially shit that's dealing with your trash. Probably got a whole lot of trash in your closet that you may have to get rid of. But if you got a strong Mars, if you got a strong Venus, actually a strong Mars and Moon sign, you'll be out with this position, and this position will basically throw you off tarnish. But of course, you could be dealing with a whole lot of deep desires, a whole lot of deep issues and shit that may try to haunt you or scare you. Yeah, may pop back up during this time. Also, Pluto is in retrograde, which is in Capricorn. Wow, what the hell? But yeah, you're gonna go through a lot of issues with that perspective. So try to find balance and equilibrium, and you'll be out in this position. You're gonna go through a whole lot of chaos when it comes to your desires deeply. Also, if you got Scorpio in the 9th house, you're gonna go through a lot of transformation when it comes to your experiences. See, this is gonna be a circumstance situation where the things that you're valuing, you're gonna have good luck and bad luck on your side. But of course, the moment you feed into bad luck when it comes to your moral principles or your convictions and shit like that, the moment you put yourself in a position of being vulnerable and of course overtaken by things that may not play in your favor. So have faith, have hope, and try to overindulge into this area, and you'll be alright. And your life is gonna be upside down when it comes to your personality. Also, if you got Scorpio in the 10th house, you're gonna go through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your status, your career, your goals, and your business. But you're gonna have luck to plant good seeds here. Now, if you can get a lot of rest, take care of your body, take care of your health and your wealth, your status, your career, and what you're known for, it's gonna go very well and smooth. You won't have issues in this position. But if you plant bad seeds and of course not getting rest and overstressing and worrying about the wrong things and not taking care of your responsibilities, you have a problem on your hand. You're gonna be planting bad seeds, and of course you ain't gonna basically receive no justice. You're gonna receive injustice because you're not justified with yourself. So you know why you can't get justice with you. Also, if you got Scorpio in the 11th house, you're gonna be going through a lot of power control issues when it comes to your associates or whoever you associate yourself with. See, this is gonna be a circumstance situation where it's gonna be kind of hard for you to cope with these energies, because like whatever you're personally invested into, it's gonna be ups and downs here. But also, you can pretty much do good in this house as long as you're gonna go through a lot of changes when it comes to your associates, who you associate yourself with, acquaintances, groups, and pairings, and things that you pair yourself with. For me, only thing that's gonna satisfy you is drama and shit that you could basically get your mind taken off of. But this is gonna be a position where you gotta learn how to care with a kind heart and not allow other things to basically throw you off or put you in wrong percentages, levels that's gonna put you in the wrong spectrum. You could basically take power control over your associates and your way you associating yourself into the world and not planting bad seeds here. Everything will basically be alright in this position. But try to be organized and be consistent, and you'll be alright. Also, when it comes to Scorpio in the 12th house, this is gonna be a circumstance situation where you're gonna experience a lot of power control issues when it comes to your dreams, your imaginations, your fantasies, and illusions. You might be in a position of cutting ties with people, places, and things that you have no longer trust with. You may have trust issues during this time. You may be cutting ties with these individuals also. Try to make sure that whoever you're trusting is someone that you would basically rely on, and they can pretty much form a balance with you. And of course, you will see these things right away. For me, you might go through a lot of control issues when it comes to your dreams and things that matter. You may start to find out and figure out the haters in your dreams, especially if you're deep into the occult. And of course, you can go within inside your astral realm and figure out what's going on. Figure out the upheld battles that you're basically going to be experiencing in the behind the scenes, of course. So that means you may have to separate. And with this positioning right here, you may have to separate from people, places, and things that don't support you or support your dream. But of course, as long as you have faith, intuition to guide you through this right path, you'll be alright. You won't have no issues. But you gotta believe in your dream, and of course, you can't allow external or outside influences to basically dictate how you see or perceive the world in general. If you can do good here with this positioning, everything can basically be smooth, like piece of cake. And of course, you'll be able to actually create your own cake and your own dreams and eat it too. You'll be alright.